Hey guys, we are here to do morning work 10.2 on Tuesday, April 28th. If you remember last week, one of the pages, I think that we did one of the morning work pages, started giving us a little introduction to the traditional edition that, you're not supposed to learn. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go through all of these together today since this is kind of new to us. And then if we're going to keep doing this in some of the morning works, and then after that you'll hopefully have a better idea of what to do, and I'll let you do some on your own. But for today, we're just going to go through all of them together. Okay, so remember, we're always going to add our ones first. So we have our tens and our ones right here. Okay, so we add our ones first. We have 5 plus 2, and that's 7. Now, because I don't have enough to make a trade, I don't need to do anything with this box up here. So I'm actually just going to put an X in that, okay? And so I have nothing that I'm carrying. I have a 1 here and I have nothing here. So I'm just going to bring down my 1. So 12 plus 5 is 17, okay? Now over here, if we have our 10s and our 1s, again, if that helps you, you can go ahead and write that at the top. We have 5 plus 5. Now I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, but we need to keep in mind that I can't put 10 in my ones place down here, okay? So if we remember, and I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap paper to do this on, we can think of 10 as 10 and 0, right? So now I know that I have 1 10. Well, I can go ahead and I can make a trade with that 10. I'm gonna trade in those 10 ones for 1 stick of 10, okay? And I'm gonna put that stick of 10, now that I have a stick of 10, I have to put it over here with my other 10s, okay? But since I used all 10 of these in my stick of 10, I have no ones left over. But I can't just leave this blank, so I have to put my 0 down here, because in the number 10, I have a 1 and a 0. I have 1 10 and 0 1, so I'm gonna put that 0 down here. So now when I come over to my tens place, I have 1 10 and 2 more 10s. Well, what's 1 10 plus 2 10s? That's going to be 3 10s. So 25 plus 5 is 30. Okay, so let's take a look at this one here. I have 7 plus 5 because I'm starting in my ones place again here. I'll even put that back up at the top. Just I'm starting in my ones place. 7 plus 5 I know is 12. Well, if I think of the number 12, okay, I can break that into a 10 and a 2. So I know that I have that 10 that I can make into a stick of 10, okay? So that 10 I have to put over in my tens place, okay? But I still had 2 1s left over. So I'm gonna put my 2 1s down here. So I have a 1 and a 2 that makes the number 12. I have 1 10 and 2 1s that makes 12, okay? So there's my 12 from here. So now I have 1 10 and 1 10. And I know that that is 2 10s. So 17 plus 5 is 22. Okay, over here, 10s and 1s. In my ones place, I have 6 plus 7. Well, I know that 6 plus 7 is 13. Okay, so if I think of 13, I can think of 13 as 10 and 3, right? Well, this 10 I can make into a stick of 10. Okay, remember that shiny new 10 we make. Or I can just think of it as 1 10. And I'm going to put my 1 10 over here in the tens place because I traded those ones in for that 10, okay? But if I look over here, I still have 3 1s left over. So I'm going to put my 3 1s that I have left over right here, and now I have 1 10 plus 2 10s, and I know that that is 3 10s, okay? For this one, 10s and 1s, I have 0 1s plus 2 1s. Well, that's just 2, so I can put that down there. I don't have any trades that I need to make. So I'm going to put an X up there because I don't need that box, okay? Then I've got 2 10s. I have no other 10s right here. So I just bring down that 2 10s. So 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay, and then in this last one, I have 1 plus 9, and I know that that's 10. Well, if I remember over to here, I can think of 10 as a 10 and a 0. And that 10 I can trade in for a stick of 10. But remember, when I trade it in for a stick of 10, I have to bring it over into the tens place. We call that carrying, okay? I'm gonna carry that 10 over. So now I have 1 10 plus 1 10. Oh, sorry. So down here, I have 0 1s because in the number 10, I have 1 10 and 0 1s. So now when I add my 10s, I have 1 10 and 1 10. And that is going to be 2 10s. So 11 plus 9 will be 20. Okay? So again, this is just kind of a little introduction into that traditional addition that we were talking about. Okay, now we need to find the value of the coins. Now, these might look a little bit different than we're used to. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll tell what the coins are. So this right here is going to be a quarter, okay? So if we have a little cheat sheet, and again, if you want, you can write this on the side of your paper if you need to, but this one is a quarter, okay? I'll even write a little Q inside. And so I know that a quarter is worth 25 cents, okay? This one right here is a nickel. Okay, I'm going to write that right over the face. And I know a nickel is worth 5 cents. These two are both pennies. So P, and you know each of those is worth 1. Okay? So then what you're going to do is you'll add them together. So we have 25 plus 5. So I know 25 plus 5 is 30, plus 1 more 31, plus 1 more 32. Oh, sorry, they gave us the space to write them down here. I was not paying attention. Okay. So 25 plus 5 is 30, plus 1 more 31, plus 1 more 32. So over here, I'm going to write 32 cents. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is this one, quarter. This one, quarter. This one here is a nickel. These three here are pennies. Okay? So you go ahead and write the value of the coins down there and then come up with the total, because I know you can do that. Okay? Show a way to pay for the object. Well, we have a lollipop, it looks like, and it costs 37 cents. So you show me, using any combination of coins that you want, how you could make 37 cents. I'll have you do that one. Down here, it says read the clue to find the mystery word. So the words are whimper, kitchen, and earth. So the planet we live on, and they give us a little picture to help. A small cry. They show us a little bear. A room in my house. They show us something you might find in that room. So you're going to use these words up here, and you're going to write one down under each of these. Now, I want you to pay attention to the word earth, okay? It has a capital E because it's the name of a planet. So wherever you write that down here, you need to use a capital E, okay? And down here, what shall we do after lunch? Checkers finish I with my of brother with a question mark, game my. Well, where am I going to start? Well, I got to look for my word with a capital letter. And the only one here, well, I guess I is capital, but I also see the word can as capital, okay? So I know that I is always capitalized, but if can is capitalized, that must mean it's the first word of the sentence. So I'm going to write can, and I'll have you go ahead and finish the rest of it, okay? So go ahead, pause your video to do the rest of your work, and then when we come back, we'll go over the answers. Okay, guys, here we go to go over the rest of the answers. We did the whole top part together already. We did this one together right here all together. So here we talked about what the coins were. So I said quarter, quarter, nickel, penny, penny, penny. So I wrote the value of each of those down below. So then if I go through and I add them together, so I have 25, 50. Then I have to jump to my 5. So 55, 56, 57, 58. Okay? So show a way to pay for the object. Now it costs 37 cents. I did 3 dimes, 10, 20, 30, a nickel, 35, 36, 37. You may have done a different way, okay? You could have done a quarter and a dime and 2 pennies. That would work, okay? You could have done 3 dimes and 7 pennies. That would work as well. So just count up your coins and make sure you got 37 cents there. The planet we live on is Earth, and notice how I use the capital E because it is the name of a planet. A small cry is also known as a whimper. A room in my house is a kitchen. And to answer the question, what shall we do after lunch? Can I finish my game of checkers with my brother with a question mark? Remember, you do not have to cut those out and glue them. You can always just write them in there. So here are the answers for the morning work for Tuesday, April 28th. Awesome job, everyone.